Hello YouTube family, Merry Christmas and a huge Happy New Year to celebrate. We have lined up some holiday surprises in the Goal 90 shop. A bunch of your favourite jerseys are already up to 50% off. Shipping is on us. And because you are part of our YouTube fam, you can grab an extra 10% off with the code YouTubeFam. Thanks for all the love and support. Sometimes you look at certain teams and it feels like the coach has favourites. There are some players who just won't get enough playing time no matter what they do, but in reality they should be playing more. There are a lot of players like that across top clubs this season, and we're going to be taking a look at a few of them in this video today. These are 10 players who deserve more minutes than they're getting this season. We'll start with Federico Chiesa. Amidst the crisis Liverpool have been going through this season, Arne Slot has tried so many different things in attack, but none of them have heavily involved him. Salah, Ekitike, Wirtz, Isak and Gakpo have all been rotated, but Federico never gets a start. Each time the Italian has come on, he has always given his all to the team, both going forward and in the defence, but he never gets rewarded with more game time. He has managed 5 goal contributions for Liverpool this season, despite his very limited game time. He even came off the bench against Sunderland and made a goal line clearance to ensure Liverpool didn't lose that game. But he is still yet to start a single game across the Premier League and the Champions League this season, and it's almost the exact same case for Endrick. Real Madrid are also going through a bit of a crisis right now, and it has forced Alonso to try everyone, but he just won't give Endrick a real chance. Yes, Mbappe is in amazing form up front, and it's hard to bench him. But we've seen Alonso play with 2 centre-forwards on a few occasions, so surely he can make space for Endrick if he really wants. The fact that Gonzalo Garcia has played 13 games this season shows that it's not really about Mbappe's form, it's just about the coach's preference. Endrick having played just 11 minutes across all competitions this season is just absolutely unfair. The teenager certainly deserves more than that, but it's unlikely that he'll get it in Madrid as he already seems to be on his way out of the club. There are a couple more teenage centre-forwards on this list. Can you guess who we're referring to here? Take a shot in the comments, we'll see if you're right soon. While you're there, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so you never miss out on our amazing content. Now, back to the video, let's talk about Ethan Nwaneri. Looking at how much his play improved last season, everyone expected that Nwaneri would have been more involved in the first team mix this season, but it appears that he's now further away than he was last season. He's yet to start a single game in the Premier League all season. In fact, he has only played 165 minutes in the league, an equivalent of less than 2 full games. Even when Odegaard was out injured, he still wasn't getting enough minutes. Has Arteta suddenly lost faith in the kid, or is he just trying to protect him and not give him too much responsibility too early? If it's the latter, do you think the protection is a little too much now? Anyway, since we're talking about young Englishmen, let's also talk about Kobbie Mainoo. This one in particular must really hurt because he tried to secure a loan move in the summer in order to get more playing time ahead of the World Cup, but the club blocked it from happening, only for them to go ahead and not use him. Mainoo has not started a single game in the league this season. He has played a total of 183 Premier League minutes, an equivalent of just a little over 2 full games. That's just not good enough for a player of his talent. Mainoo has shown that he can perform at the topmost level, and he deserves more than to be warming Man United's bench every week. He started just 1 game this season in the EFL Cup, and he provided an assist in that game. We're sure he would be a lot more productive if he got more minutes this season. Seeing as Amorim is determined to not play the 20-year-old midfielder, it's not very surprising that he's looking to leave the club in the January window. Another 20-year-old who belongs on this list is Mathys Tel. He only just made his loan move permanent in the summer, but he must be having some regrets by now because he has not played as much as he would have loved to. Tel has started just 4 of the 24 games Spurs have played across all competitions this season. He was completely left out of the UEFA Champions League squad earlier in the season, and one would have thought that that would translate to healthy minutes in the league, but that has not been the case. The coach barely uses him no matter how well he plays. He scored the winner against Leeds and an important equaliser against Man United, but he got rewarded by being relegated to the bench for the next couple of games. That's quite unfair, and Tel is not even the only Spurs player on this list. But before we talk about the other person, let's talk about one of the other teenage centre-forwards we referred to earlier. It's Marc Guiu. The La Masia graduate has shown some real character, talent and energy each time he has been on the pitch for Chelsea, so it's a bit surprising that the coach doesn't play him more, especially amidst what seems like a striker crisis at the club. Both Delap and João Pedro have not been exceptional in the number 9 position, and Tyreek George is simply not as good as Guyu in that position. All of this considered, Guyu deserves more minutes than he has been getting this season. He has started just 2 games for Chelsea all season and wasn't even included in the squad for the 2 EFL Cup games the Blues have played so far. The Spaniard has played a total of 230 Premier League minutes for Chelsea so far this season, which is an equivalent of 2.5 full games. Maybe he'll finally start getting valuable minutes with Delap now out injured. He deserves that much, and we'll say he has earned it compared to his competitors in the team. The other teenage striker on this list is Chido Obi. We're sure a lot of people have already begun to forget his name because of how long it has been since we saw him play. The 18-year-old is still yet to play a single minute of football for Man United's first team this season. He jumped ship from Arsenal to United together with Aiden Heaven, and while Heaven has featured in 5 games with the first team this season, Obi has not even been included in the squad at all. Obi is young and inexperienced, but we're sure you'll agree that he certainly deserves more than 0 minutes this season, especially when you consider that United were without both Šeško and Cunha at some point this season. Still on the topic of strikers, Omar Marmoush deserves to be getting more minutes. He has started just 4 games across all competitions this season, and you have to say he deserves more than that. Yes, he was out injured for some time, but Marmoush has been available for more than 15 games this season, so that's really no excuse, is it? Obviously, with the form Haaland is in, we understand why it would be hard to drop him, but Marmoush is famous for being able to play in multiple positions, so if Pep really wanted to give him more minutes, he would have. Now, the other Spurs player on this list is Brennan Johnson. From being Tottenham's top scorer last season, Johnson has seen his minutes chopped to bits under the new manager this season. He has started just about a third of Spurs Premier League games this season. For a player who was so important and so effective last season, this is just not good enough. He was directly involved in 25 goals for Spurs last season, and he even started the season brilliantly, scoring in his first 2 games of the campaign, including the big game against City. But how did Thomas Frank reward him for that? By giving him just 1 start in the next 6 games. The Welshman surely deserves better. We'll now wrap this video up with Mohamed Salah. A legend like Salah deserves to play in every single game he's available for, so putting him on the bench 3 games in a row and completely leaving him out of the squad ahead of a big game against Inter Milan is just very unusual. A player of Salah's caliber being left out of the starting 11 in 6 games across the Premier League and Champions League is pretty crazy, so you can understand why he crashed out the other day. When a top player and club legend like this gets left out of the starting lineup in multiple games, it's always a real issue, especially when it's a player who won the Golden Boot Playmaker Award and Player of the Season Award just a few months ago, and all of this seems like it's leading to a very premature exit from Liverpool for Mo Salah. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you think Salah was right for the public statements he made after the Leeds game? Do you think his Liverpool contract should be terminated? Let us know what you think in the comments. Also, share with us if you know of more players who deserve more minutes than they're currently getting. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content. Catch you in the next one. Bye.